Hi, my name is Marcel and I would like to share with you how I made my electronic drum kit and how you could be making your own electronic drum kit. This is the last part of a 10-part series, and in this video I would like to show you my podium, which is also my flight case. I do not plan to show you how to make a normal flight case. You should be able to find out how to do that elsewhere. In this video I would like to show you the conversion from flight case to podium. I will explain how I designed the details, and at the end I will show you the conversions from podium back to flight case. Start the clock. I do not think I need to explain why I use flight cases. You might ask me why I use a podium. For two reasons. First, it locks everything together. Everything is in the exact position that I want it to be at all times. Second, the podium brings my head to the same level as my other band members. I think the band looks better when a drummer is on a podium. The Drumkit flight case measures 147 by 61 by 82 centimeters, which is 58 by 24 by 32 inches. As you have seen, in order to get the flight case in my station wagon, I need to take the wheels off and I need to lay the flight case on the side. My equipment flight case is 54 by 54 by 22 centimeters, which is 21 by 21 by 9 inches. That flight case fits at one side, as you have seen in the intro. Looking at these flight cases, I need to give thanks to Dennis for helping me with building these flight cases. Thanks, Dennis. As I'm taking the top of the flight cases off, you see it's actually the back half of the podium. Because I have used 9mm plywood, it's not rock solid. Therefore I have made a separate wooden support for the back part of the podium so it can hold a heavy person standing on it. I don't use a normal jump chair, I use an old office chair with a gas seat height adjustment. It's an extra high model, so it goes further inside than you would think. To make sure I don't fall on my back, there is an extra support inside the podium. Here in the picture-in-picture you can see it. Thanks Johan for your help on that. In a few minutes you will see my equipment flight case is actually hovering over the edge of my podium. To make sure it will not fall backwards, I made this simple riser. On the bottom it has hooks that keep it locked in the podium. On top it has hooks that lock the lid of the equipment flight case that I will put on top in a minute. The middle part of the flight case is the front half of the podium. There is a small detail here that you may overlook. The flight case actually has 6 wheels. Besides the obvious 4 wheels, it has 2 more that help me to get the flight case in and out of my car. In the picture-in-picture you can see how these 2 wheels enable me to get the flight case in and out myself. These wheels are now in the middle of the podium. To place the floor part on the front half of the podium, I usually ask my partner or a band member to give me a hand. When the floor is raised, I can lock the 2 parts of the podium together with these locks. Because I could not find a lock that was long enough, I bought these medium-sized locks and I made them longer myself. It works fine even when I play high-speed rock music. As I explained a minute ago, the lid of my equipment flight case hooks in the riser. The bottom part of the equipment flight case goes on top of the lid. That way my equipment is at the exact height I like it to be. Then I need to connect the multi-connector of the drum kit to the multi-connector in the flight case, and I need to plug the power cord in a wall socket. Then I switch the power on and start my netbook. The only thing that needs to be done now to make the drum kit up and running is that each of the crash cymbals needs to be raised. Each of the 6 arms are now facing down and they need to face up. So I loosen the screws, I raise the arms and tighten the screws again to fix them so the cymbals are in a horizontal position. Only 3 of the uprights in my rack are actually fixed on the floor. The other 4 can be lifted temporarily so the cymbals can be raised. The curved uprights are just for decoration. The two diagonal uprights in the corners are not fixed, but they do make the rack stand more robust. Now we're getting to the last few things. I need to insert the pole of the chair in the podium and I need to lift it with the gas handle. Then I need to put in and fix the back of the chair. The last thing I need to do is to reset the drum pad in the middle. Because of the chair support that I will show in a minute, this pad needs to be moved to the side and back again each time my drum kit is transported. Well, I'm done. All that is left is to fit my in-ears. In the meantime, you have learned some details. I know there are other drummers out there that have a podium that is also a flight case, but I think there are a few details that make mine a bit different. For example, the chair support, the fifth and sixth wheel that help loading and unloading the flight case, and also the riser below my equipment. I have a small case with spare parts and cables and tools, and that fits nicely inside. If you have seen these details, you will understand that I didn't make this flight case in one day. In fact, I first made a model to see whether this design would work. For instance, I found out that the extra chair support inside meant that the top half needed to be turned 180 degrees before it could be placed on top of the other half. Even without making a model of my drum rack, it became clear that without turning, the chair support would collide with the drum rack. Also, this model helped me a lot determining where I needed handles, locks and wheels on my flight case. What I will remember most about making this flight case is how much time it took to make the flight case fit in my station wagon. You may not believe it. When it is in my car, there is literally 1 centimeter space in all 3 directions. Not only the big flight case, also the small flight case fit exactly in my car and it couldn't have been an inch bigger. Before I made the big flight case, I must have measured my car at least 3 times. Before I made my equipment flight case, I made a life-size model to check whether I could close the side door with both flight cases in. Looking at this picture, I guess you could say I'm crazy for spending so much time designing 2 flight cases to fit my car. But I have to say, it's great to own a drum kit that you've made yourself and 2 flight cases that fit perfectly. Now let's hope that my car keeps running for at least 10 years. So that's it. I've really come to the end of the last video in this series. If you have questions, feel free to send an email to the email address below, or feel free to surf to my website and send me an email. I hope you have found this series interesting. If you did, please spread the link to part 1 of this series. If you have built your own electronic drum kit, I would love to see pictures or a YouTube video of your customized electronic drum kit. Well, it seems only logical to end the series with the conversion from drum kit back to flight case. Since it's pretty much the exact same thing, only reverse, that is exactly what I'm about to do. Here is the reverse intro at double speed and enjoy. And thank you very much for watching this video series. Stay tuned for new videos.